All right, let's bring in Ridwaan Moolla, who's the CEO of Think Markets, to speak more about those movements. A very good afternoon to you, or good evening rather, to you, Ridwaan, and thanks for joining us. Let's start with the overall market performance. I did say that the positivity is coming through from what we saw at the end of the JSE close yesterday, which was just over 1% in the green. We've lost some of those gains, but still some solid movements today. What would you say were some of the big catalysts that contributed to today's close?
So one of the nicest things is, yes, from yesterday and again today, we are green. It's nobody complain, nobody say anything bad. Touch wood, touch your rabbit's foot, whatever you need to. Let's keep the green going. But today, really and truly, there were big gains for Advotech, the schooling, they own schools. They were up over 6%. Our heavyweights, Process, and even Exaro all up over 2%. We were technically all our indices were green. Obviously, as you saw earlier, the financials showed a slight red, but that red was actually because of the banks like Standard Bank and First Rand, who were all excellent today. So that obviously meant that they were red, but remember they are obviously paying a dividend out as well. So overall, market really and truly looking good. The rand looking lovely. Even with the oil price, the oil price is sitting at just over $78 after it had a gain yesterday. But everything today looked nice. It was all looking good. Nothing too, there wasn't really anything that was too good or too good to be true, as they say, but also nothing bad as well. So it's a nice day in the market. I think everybody's going to be waiting tomorrow. Interest rate announcements also coming.
That's right, and I was just about to ask you about the interest rates that are coming, and with the rand being as strong as it has, would you say that market participants have priced in a 25 basis points increase or a 50 basis points increase, and we can hopefully expect the rand to stay at the strong levels that we've seen over the last 24 to 48 hours?
So everybody that I've spoken to, all of us, we're all expecting 25 basis points, and definitely the market has factored in 25 basis points. So Reserve Bank, if you guys are hearing us and listening today, please just do 25 basis points. We don't need any big movements to come tomorrow. But yeah, I can't see us doing anything much more. We are seeing, as you just reported earlier, there's a problem with food price increases. We've had so many of these things happening. Putting in 50 basis points right now would obviously be quite drastic. I don't think we need it as well at this moment in time. So hopefully we'll stick with 25 basis points.
Some company updates. Late last night or late yesterday evening, Ridwaan, there was a court judgment against Clicks, a 7-year court case coming to an end, ruling against Clicks and having its own factories to produce its medicine, and really just talking to the independent pharmacies and how they had to compete with a heavyweight like Clicks. What does this mean for Clicks, Ridwaan? And do you think that this is something that might shake investors somewhat in terms of whether they appeal or decide not to?
So the scary thing of this whole thing was it's Unicorn Pharmaceuticals that we're talking about. So Clicks owns Unicorn Pharmaceuticals, and basically what they were doing is Unicorn manufactures the drugs and then Clicks sells the drugs. So it's been, like you say, 7 years. Personally, I think they've spent more on legal fees maybe than actually what the whole business is actually worth, because Unicorn is not a material contributor to Clicks operations. It's actually quite small. So anything there, if they were to disinvest or to sell the business, whatever they decide to do, it's not going to have a very big impact on its profits. It will have a slight impact, obviously, on profit margins, but it shouldn't have an impact on the overall group's profits. That said, though, obviously, bad news is not always good news. And the share price today, Clicks, was down just about 1.5%. So, yes, people are seeing it. It's come out late last night, as you said, but it didn't really impact much on the share price. And honestly speaking, if they have to sell the operations, there isn't going to be a very big impact to its profits.
Thank you very much for those insights. As always, Ridwaan Moolla, who's the CEO of Think Markets, joining us to wrap up the day's business. And that's all.